Crude has been trading off its lows, but it doesn't seem as if the fundamentals have improved. Luke, in your opinion, is this really because of what's happening in the currency market, particularly the weakness in the U.S. dollar?
Yeah, I think a lot of the movement in crude, especially the short-term spikes up and down, has to do with the dollar. Definitely, the big picture global demand doesn't change like that or swing around like that.
Right. Well, I mean, I also think the big concern now, if the sole focus really is storage at this point.
Yeah, the storage. I mean, a lot of storage facilities are getting near full, but as we've talked about over the last several months, when crude prices go down, the countries that produce them and the dollar goes up, they need more dollars, so they actually produce more as our currency weakens against the dollar. So there's a lot of buildup. There's actually more production, and I think we've seen that. In the next few months, I think we'll see some drawdowns on that.
Right. So what are some near-term levels that you're looking at? Do you think it's time to get back into the crude trade, particularly with seasonal driving demand coming up in the States?
And, you know, again, I just think that crude is going to trade at this range we're in. If I were to give you big numbers, I think right around 40 to maybe 50. On the smaller range, I think 42 to 45.5 is right where it's going to stay, given the dollar stays right around where it is, or until we hear some news about global demand, global production, or if we have some sort of event somewhere in the Middle East or maybe in Russia, then it might get a spike. But I think we're going to stay right around here through the summer, and then we'll see what the winter months bring.
Do you think we could ever get back over to the 60 level?
Yeah, I think it definitely can, but you know, in real terms, let's just compare apple to apples. The dollar has really had a huge move. It could get to 60 without anything changing just on the dollar, but I think it will. The dollar will continue to stay strong, and maybe in 2016 sometime, I think we'll reach right around 55, 60 level. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's really incredible to see how impactful the currency trade has been on commodities across the entire complex.
Very volatile, very volatile. And that volatility, look at the way how volatile the currency markets have been, some of the biggest markets in the world, and how that volatility has bled into the commodities market. Commodities are starting to look like mid-cap stocks. You know, they're moving around a lot.
Okay, thanks very much, Luke.
Thanks. See you soon.
For TheStreet in New York, I'm Jill Malandrino.